It's time now for Sex Drive with Dr. Ava Cadell, where we talk sex. Here's Dr. Ava.
Welcome to Sex Drive Radio, brought to you by our friends at Adam and Eve, America's most trusted source for adult products. Hi, I'm Dr. Ava Cadell, your personal certified love and sexologist. And I want you to know that love and sex are the most precious gifts you can give to someone who is worthy. If you've been raised to think that sex is bad, my co-host Jackie Zeman and I are here to tell you otherwise. So give us a call from the U.S. at our toll-free number, 1-877-711-5611, or international callers dial 1-772-978-9099, or just email us at questions@wetalksex.com, and we will answer all your questions about love, romance, relationships, intimacy, and sex. Now, our topic all week has been hot spots, from the hottest places to have sex to the hottest places on your body. And today we're going to give you the climax of hot spots. So stay tuned to Sex Drive Radio, where we add sizzle and spice to your sex life. And Jackie and I will be right back.
Your loveologist, Dr. Ava Cadell.
Welcome back to Sex Drive Radio, and the phone lines are open, so give us a call at 1-877-711-5611, and here's my lovely and talented co-host, Jackie Zeman. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, Dr. Ava. Well, we've been talking about hot spots all week. So much information. Oh, my goodness.
And this is the climax.
Yeah.
For this week, anyway.
This is the climax, yes. Let's say that every Thursday is the climax show.
Love that. Okay.
I think that's a good teaser for everyone who's out there listening.
Yes,
and,
it is.
Yes,
and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is sort of foreplay.
Foreplay, yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, Monday should be foreplay. Tuesday should be like an appetizer, you know. Wednesday should be the main course, and Thursday is the dessert.
The dessert. I love it. So that means today should be sweet.
Oh, yes. And talking about sweet, let me ask you, because I know how much you love multiple choice questions, which location sounds like it would be the most exciting for you to have sex with your lover? Okay. Number 1, on the beach. Number 2, in the woods. Number 3, on a boat. Number 4, in a dressing room in a store. Or number 5, on the kitchen counter.
Okay. I've never been in a dressing room in a store. The other ones I have. I'm torn between beach and boat. And that's probably because I have very fond memories of past experiences in those two areas.
Well, you can do both at the same time because you can have a boat near the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. But I have to tell you, like about a week ago, I had a wonderful experience in a swimming pool that was heated to 98 degrees in the middle of the night, and it was awesome.
Wow, you naughty little girl.
But you know me, Ava. I didn't go in nude. I started off in my bathing suit. And my, partner, he said, why did you put the bathing suit on? I said, because it's fun to take it off.
There you go. Now, did you take a shower after you came out, or did you take a bath afterwards?
No.
Well, you should have done, because you don't want chlorine going in your, you-know-what.
I know. That's so true. I know you're absolutely right. Should have done, but it was kind of one of those very passionate evenings. And what started in the swimming pool ended up finishing other places,
Oh, okay.
So
the pool is a very sexy
interlude.
Yeah, the pool is a sexy place, as is the ocean. But the problem is that it's actually very unsanitary, and you have to be really, careful of either the chlorine, or in the ocean, you got to be careful of jellyfish and sharks and sand getting up there and all that stuff.
That's very true.
But when you're in the heat of passion, that is the last thing on your mind.
That's the thing, and sometimes it's sort of like that same old thing of, washing your makeup before you go to sleep. You always want to do it, but sometimes it just gets in the way. So of that list, of your multiple choice list, Ava, Dr. Ava, what is your favorite location?
Well, okay, I've done all those, so actually I'm going to tell you 2 new places that one I haven't done. I want to have sex in the rain, in a thunderstorm, at night. I have this fantasy of it being just wet and wild and scary and exciting and erotic. Never done it. What do you think?
In the rain, in a thunderstorm.
Yes. I just don't want to be hit by lightning.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Well, you have to be lying down to make sure you're low. And you probably need to go back east because they get all the lightning and the rain and everything back there. So you and Peter need to go take a little trip to New York or, go out to the Hamptons and you probably get your fantasy.
Okay, thank you. So should we take some calls? Our lines are open, and we are here to talk about everything from hot spots to love, romance, relationships, intimacy, sex, whatever you want to talk about. You want to give out the number, Jackie?
Yes, give us a call. We are at 877-711-5611. Call and ask a question or tell us a story or tell us what your fantasy is with regard to hot spots. And while you're thinking about what you want to ask Dr. Ava, I just want to take a minute to tell you about Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is absolutely awesome. It's an incredible website that you can go to find just about anything that you want, that you're looking for to spice up your love life, your sex life, something for yourself, something for your lover, or a gift for a friend. And we have an offer that you will not be able to resist, and it's exclusively for listeners of Sex Drive Radio. All you have to do is go to adamandeve.com, and for a limited time only, you're going to get 50% off just about any item on the website. Half off if you use Sex Drive as your offer code. And that's not all. When you select the item that you want and you get the 50% off, you also receive 3 free adult DVDs for a little inspiration, plus a free extra gift that is so sensual we can't even mention it on the radio. And to top it all off, we'll even throw in free shipping on your entire order. So go to adamandeve.com and remember to put in Sex Drive as your promo code.
Very good, Jackie. And we already have George and Cammie. They're waiting on the line. So let's take George from line 3. I think he's calling from L.A. Hi, George. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What's your question or your comment tonight?
My question and comment has to do with relationships and why I don't believe man is wired to be monogamous.
And why is that? I happen to agree with you, but what is your philosophy?
Well, I just don't think it's reasonable to expect that you're going to get everything you either want or need from one person for the rest of your life. We change, and as we change, our interests change, and sometimes we grow in the same way, sometimes we don't. And I think it's silly to try to think, I'm going to make this work forever, and these vows are going to compel me to do that.
So have you ever been married, George?
I have not.
George, I feel as you do that is a pretty huge expectation, particularly nowadays when, people are living longer, so the lifespan of relationships is much longer. But I think it's very important, if you're going to have a relationship that is an open relationship sexually, that there is complete honesty so that both partners are on the same page, so that there's no sneaking around. At least there's an agreement as to, how it happens, whether or not it's communicated to your partner, so that everybody understands the rules, so that it can happen without someone getting hurt.
Absolutely. And I don't subscribe to the terms cheating or anything like that. And so when I speak to someone who is a potential partner, I express to them my desire to get to know them, but I also tell them that I am of the polyamorous, polyfidelitous bend, and that I want to be completely open. And in my opinion, the way, for me anyway, to have any shot at a long-term, sustainable relationship is to have it with possibly, and again, I haven't done it, but in theory, I think it has a better chance of surviving to have maybe 2 or 3 men and 2 or 3 or 4 women. And so that this way we can have a little bit of variety, and at the same time it'll still be a closed circle so that you can mitigate any kind of disease risks.
Are you talking about groups where you're together with several people, or
yeah, it's an expanded family, right?
Or do you have different ones that you partner up with, but it's just 2 at a time?
No, I think George is talking about polyamorous relationships where he's got an expanded family where there are 3 or 4 men and 3 or 4 women. And they do actually have emotional feelings for each other, but they also swap and have sex. So they never get bored.
But what I'm asking is it sex that there's 3 or 4 people present at the same time, or just that it's 2 at a time, but it's out of that group of people that you choose different partners? Because it's 2 very different things.
Yeah, I don't think George is talking about group sex, are you, George? You're talking about having different partners at different times. Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you. We have to take a break, but thank you so much for your call, and I think a lot of people will agree with you. As long as everybody shares the same opinion and everybody knows their boundaries, I think it's fantastic. We're going to be right back with more Sex Drive Radio.
He's Dr. Ava Cadell.
Welcome back to Sex Drive Radio, where we will support you whether you are gay or straight, black, brown, or white, and whatever your sexual appetites are, as long as it's between consenting adults. That's all we want to know. And, of course, we hope it's legal. Right, Jackie?
Yes, absolutely.
So we're talking about hot spots. Let me ask you, what part of the body do you think, Jackie, was voted the most favorite place to be kissed by couples?
Not the lips, right? Is the lips in it, or is the lips out of it? Because
I'm not giving you a clue.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it was voted. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, that's a tough one. Part of the body, because it's men and women. See.
Men and women. Say both agreed.
For me, it's above the waist. So I'm
it is above the waist.
It is above the waist. Down below, it's kind of like diving. You know what I mean? It's too.
The answer is above the waist.
Okay. So, I want to say the lips, but I guess if you're going to start around, maybe there's foreplay. Let's say like the neck.
Yes! The neck was voted the most favorite place to be kissed by couples because it is so seductive. It sends chills down the back and creates the most sexual anticipation. Very good, Jackie.
Thank you. Well, I think that's true. And it's, the anticipation in life of many things is usually at least as great, if not greater than the realization. Isn't
Absolutely.
that true so many times?
Oh, yes. And we're in anticipation of your calls. We do have some people waiting. We are going to take Cammie in 1 second. Let me just give out the number again for those of you who want to call us and ask us a question or share a fantasy or maybe even teach us something. Right, Jackie?
Absolutely.
We love to learn. 1-877-711-5611 is our toll-free number. So welcome to the show, Cammie, on line 5 from Minnesota.
Thank you.
So what's on your mind tonight, Cammie?
Well, I have a question for you. I'm wondering if you can tell me if you have noticed an increase in the last year because of the economy in romantic products. I call them romantic products. Increase with people, maybe more so of the middle-aged, middle-class woman looking for more of the romantic products, if the economy has played any role in that.
Well, I would say definitely. I know that people who sell pleasure products, they're consultants, they're home party consultants, are booming. Okay, it's a great business. It is thriving because a lot of people can't afford to go out for romantic evenings, so they create their own romance at home with some of the fabulous products that you sell. Now,
right.
Jackie, have you ever bought products from a home party pleasure consultant?
I have never been to a party where there was a pleasure consultant.
Jackie, I would invite you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can come to my party.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Well,
actually, if I'm ever in your neighborhood, that would be awesome because I'm sure you have an incredible array of items.
Yes, I've been doing it for about 4 years, so I've got.
Well, you're in one of the best businesses right now, Cammie. So keep doing it, and also expand your business by giving workshops. You can actually become a certified love coach, and you can offer services as a love coach as well as just selling your products. So,
sure.
You're doing very, very well. And thank you for sharing that and bringing that up on the show today.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, Cammie. You are listening to Sex Drive Radio, and we have a lot of callers on the line. Let's talk to V, and she is from Georgia. Or he is from Georgia. I'm not sure. Welcome, V.
Hi. Hi, lady.
Hi.
Hi, V. What's on your mind tonight?
I have a relationship question. I'm not in it yet. I'm trying to get in it, but I'm trying to see if I'm wasting my time or, if he's just not that into me. So I've been flirting with this guy. He's been flirting with me, too, back and forth for like a few months. And so, I just took it upon myself to just say, maybe would you like to have a drink one time? Because I'm black, he's white, so, he might be a little nervous about it. I'm not nervous about it because I've been there, done that before. But, he was real receptive to it. It's just that it's been maybe like a month or so, and, we were supposed to have been setting things up, and we have not done so yet. So I guess I'm wanting to know, should I just maybe try to hang in there and just, see if it's going to happen, or should I just say next?
I think you need to step it up, V. You need to be a little bit more assertive and let him know that you desire him.
I told him that I thought he was handsome, and like I said, we've been flirting back and forth. He's told me that, he thought I was very special. We've done the...
So tell him you want to get together. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I agree.
Well, I guess I kind of felt like I've already put myself out there on the
No, you haven't. You haven't. You've just been pussyfooting along. You have to say, so when are we going to get together?
Yeah.
I want to spend some time with you and get to know you. You are my kind of man.
Or what you can say to him is, you should call me sometime and we should go on a real date.
I did. When I asked him out for the drink, I just kind of, I said, because I didn't want him to feel like, yes, he was pressured or whatever, because I kind of, he's kind of like a client. And technically kind of a client. I've only had him, had done service on him like a couple of times, and it was more so kind of, he's seen me around. He would always come by and say hi, and he thought he would come by and try it one time. But
what kind of client? What do you do?
I did massage.
Oh, you're a massage therapist.
I'm a massage therapist.
So you've seen him naked.
It was chair massage. So
chair massage.
No, I haven't seen him naked.
Okay.
Chair massage.
Okay, I'm just checking. There's a lot of different kinds of massage, Anyway, you should take my advice and you should step it up and you should just ask him out. Men love that, and he's not getting the signs. So call us back when you have your first date with him, V.
I agree, Z. A lot of men are just, even men that are extremely aggressive in business and very successful, sometimes when it comes to their love life or their sex life or women, they're just really shy or they're very passive and they really want a woman to take the lead so that they feel secure. And another thing about a lot of men is, a lot of men, whatever they were like in school, like if they were in school and they weren't the most popular or they were kind of the nerdy one or they were more of the quiet type, no matter how successful or how incredible their life is, they always have a little bit of that self-image that they take with them into future decades.
Right.
So some men just need to feel that, he needs to be your hero and he needs to feel that he's like, that you think he's fabulous and just let him know.
Okay, Jackie, we've got a lot of people who need our help. Let's take line 2. I don't know if I'm saying this name right. I think it's Cumdan from California. Welcome to the show. Did I say your name right?
Hello?
Line 2. Hi. Is your name Cumdan?
Cumdan, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's an Indian name, right?
Yeah.
Cool. What's your question?
Actually, I'll have to call back at a later time because I was calling to my break, and my break is almost over. So I think I'll call back like Monday night at about 7 when it's my night off.
Okay, sweetie. Let's take line 6 and talk to Darren then. Darren, what's your question? Hi, Darren. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Darren. What's going on tonight?
I was wanting to know how many possible erogenous zones could a man have?
Oh, my God.
Ooh,
how many do you have, Darren? How many do you have that you know of right now?
2, I guess.
Oh, come on. Where are they? What are they?
Let's see. Actually, wait a minute. 3. Hands, hands, lips, and down there.
Okay, so now we're going to add a few more. Your knees are an erogenous zone. A lot of men say that after they orgasm, the orgasm settles behind their knees. So check that out. We're going to be taking a break soon, but I want you to tell your lover to pucker up and put some firm kisses all around your kneecaps. And she can nibble, and she can be a little bit rough there. She can even put some lotion in there. But a man's knees are a major erogenous zone on the knees and behind the knees. And we're going to be right back with more hot spots right here on Sex Drive Radio.
Here's your host, Dr. Ava.
Welcome back to Sex Drive Radio, where we know that sex is between the ears, not just between the legs. And everybody knows how to have sex, but lovemaking is truly an art that you can learn right here with Jackie and I on Sex Drive Radio. And our phone lines are open, so we are looking forward to your calls. Call us on our toll-free number at 1-877-711-5611. And if you have questions, we have answers. Right, Jackie?
Absolutely. Or you can give us, if you are shy, you have a question, email us at retalksex.com. We have a lot of callers on the line right now, so let's go right to Amanda on line 3. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
What's going on?
Not so much. Just sitting at home being bored.
Oh, okay. Do you have a question that you would like to ask, or you have a story you want to share with us?
It's a little bit of a story and a question.
Okay, what's up?
Ever since I lost my virginity, my backside has been the biggest turn-on spot that will ever work for me. Anytime my husband even just slaps me, I get turned on, and he doesn't understand why anytime I want foreplay, I don't want, oral sex, I don't want anything. I just want him to play with my backside, and he doesn't understand why. So my question is there anything that I can do that will get him more interested and not think that I'm, kind of creepy?
Well, do you want him to have anal sex with you, or do you just want him to caress your backside and spread your cheeks and kiss and, manually stimulate your butt? What is it that you really want, Amanda?
I just want him to play with it. I mean, anal sex is not my thing. I mean, that's
okay.
Exit only. So
okay. So then you need to let him know. You need to let him know that. You need to say, baby, it turns me on so much when you spank my ass, when you play with it, when you massage it, when you kiss it, when you lick it. I mean, it just gets me crazy. What do you think, Jackie?
I agree. I mean, I think that, I think he'll enjoy it and have a good time.
Well, what does he not like about it? Why doesn't he do it more often? What does he complain about?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's just because it's not a typical turn-on spot, so he doesn't know.
He's not an ass guy. What's his favorite part of your body then?
My chest.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a booby guy.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's a boob guy, but I'm one of those girls that, I mean, he can do whatever he wants with them. I just lay there. It doesn't affect me in any way.
But Amanda, maybe it's the position. Have you thought about that? Maybe because for him to be playing, with your backside, your face and the other part of body is away from him, and maybe he feels like that's less intimate. If you're turned over and he's foreplay concentrating on your breasts, his face is closer to yours. Maybe in his mind that's more romantic. I mean, at least it's a question you should ask him.
And I think that you guys should make love in front of a mirror, a big full-length mirror, because then he gets to see your boobs and your ass. And that way it might even heighten the erotica, and you can just keep moving your butt towards him and telling him that you can, play with your own breasts while he massages your butt, and then turn over and just be really playful like a cat. But I have a feeling if you do it in front of a full-length mirror, the visual will entice him even more, because men are very visual.
Yeah.
They are. I think men are more visual than women when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So you tell him what you want. Ask for what you want. If you don't ask, you're not going to get it. But tell him, with positive reinforcement.
And call us back and let us know how it goes.
Yes, Amanda. Call us back. Thank you for your call, Amanda. So before we move on, Jackie, I just want to tell our listeners about a very special offer from our sponsor Adam and Eve. If you go to adamandeve.com, you will get 50% off just about any item when you type Sex Drive for the offer code just before you check out. So this is an amazing offer. You'll get half off the item that you want, plus you'll get 3 free DVDs, plus they are going to throw in an extra gift, which is a surprise, wild, crazy, naughty gift that we can't even talk about on this show, and they're even going to give you free shipping. So if you've been thinking about getting a toy or a DVD or something really sexy to spice up your life, you don't have to go out on a date. You can have a hot date right at home. Go to adamandeve.com because they have thousands of products to choose from. But be sure to use the offer code SEXDRIVE. Okay, we are talking about hotspots today. And we've been talking about the sexiest places to have sex. We were talking about the most erotic part of the body. So now, Jackie, what kind of touch do you think that men like the best? Do you remember the touches we were talking about yesterday? Feathery and stroking and rubbing and pinching and stretching and scratching and kneading and breathing and vibrating. All those different touches. What do you think men like the best?
I would think, well, I don't know. I just, from personal experience, I would say a soft touch, like a stroke, like a stroke, a loving touch,
Wrong.
Really?
Totally wrong. Men want to be rubbed hard. Men can take a lot more pressure than women everywhere. There's very few men who just want a feathery or a smooth stroking touch, like we pet our kitty cats. They don't want that. They want a firm, strong, powerful, pumping, rubbing, intense touching. So,
Oh,
but maybe you've been dating a lot of sensitive guys.
I don't know. I mean, actually, no one's ever asked me to do that, to be like that.
Okay, well, try it. I know you're going away for a romantic weekend, aren't you?
Yes.
So do some serious rubbing and be more assertive and strong and add more pressure and see what happens.
I will. Yes, I'll report back.
Okay. Now, what kind of touch do you think a woman likes the best?
I think women like gentle touches or breathing. I think women like the intimacy of feeling loved and adored, and that, so I don't know what you'd call it, but, a gentle, loving, more like a loving touch rather than a sexual, that kind of touch.
Actually, women voted for a vibrating touch. And guys,
really?
you can create a vibrating touch with your mouth. For example, you can vibrate with your lips when you're giving her oral sex.
Yeah.
But, over 10 million vibrators are sold a year to women, and that's because women like them because they do help a lot of women climax.
Yeah, so, I'm sure that's true, but I always think if that you like that, then you do the vibrator. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is women really do like vibrators, and guys shouldn't be intimidated by them, because, a woman can often reach a climax a lot quicker when she uses a vibrator on her clitoris. Because when a guy is making love to a woman and he's inside her, there are very few positions that are conducive for her to stimulate the clitoris at the same time. So that's why vibrators are so popular.
Oh, well, that's why the one we were talking about last night that they have at Adam and Eve was so incredible, because it had the 3 speeds where it could go like slower, and then it could go like a medium speed, or it could go a really fast vibrational speed. So, that makes sense to me. That women like that and would like to have control over that.
That's right. So all this week we've been talking about hot spots, and we've been talking about all of the erogenous zones that we have all over our body, and we are going to tell you to do some love work before next week. So the love work is to explore your lover's erogenous zones, their hot spots from head to toe. You can do this weekend, can't you, Jackie?
Yes, this is great homework.
Yes, I want you to kiss and caress and lick and suck your lover from head to toe.
I like it. We shouldn't even call it homework. We should call it
love work.
Playtime. We're going to have playtime.
And he can rate those hot spots from 1 to 10, with 10 being, oh my God, it's so fantastic. And we'll be right back with more Sex Drive Radio. Dr. Ava and Jackie Zeman, so don't go away.
Here's Dr. Ava.
Welcome back to Sex Drive Radio, where we want to empower you in and out of the bedroom. Isn't that right, Jackie?
Absolutely. And I would like to thank everyone who's this week. We've had an incredible week talking about hot spots. And for all of you who have been listening and calling and sharing, I think you're absolutely awesome. You've come up with some wonderful, wonderful things. And on Monday, all next week, Monday through Thursday, we're going to be talking about boundaries. Sexual boundaries, physical boundaries, and emotional boundaries. So get ready, think about it over the weekend, and call us to share your stories.
Absolutely, and call us if you have a problem, if you're breaking up with somebody, or if you don't know how to share your boundaries. Give us a call, and Jackie and I will definitely help put you on the right track. So Jackie's going to go and have a very romantic weekend, and I look forward to being with you again on Monday, sweetie.
Thank you, Dr. Ava. Enjoy your weekend as well, and have a great time. Willie Macc's up any minute with Dr. Ava. Have fun.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very excited to let you know that our celebrity guest is both an actor and a comedian. Willie Macc is known as the funny man on BET's College Hill Virgin Islands. And Willie Macc has moved from reality TV to that of a working actor in Hollywood, with multiple episodes of CSI, as well as Journeyman. Willie Macc's big screen appearances include the 2008 comedy spoof Meet the Spartans and House Arrest. And he can also soon be seen on TV in another show. I think it's called Friends and Lovers, but let's find out. Welcome to the show, Willie Macc, with 2 C's.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. So what are you working on right now?
Actually, I just had a movie come out on the same day as my birthday, August 4th, called The Greatest Song, with Lamont Rucker from Tyler Perry's show, Meet the Browns, Ada Rodriguez, and Joe Claire. It's a real cool movie, so I've been working on that, and I've been traveling with my stand-up, doing that real tough.
Yeah, you're a comedian, so... women say that a sense of humor is more important than the way that a guy looks, than how much money he has, doesn't even matter how good a lover he is. Women choose a sense of humor as number one. So you must be very popular in the dating game.
I am, but unfortunately I am taken now.
Ooh, you're taken. Lucky lady.
I know, I've been telling her the same thing.
Yeah, that's so cute. I read that you were a preacher's kid. Is that right? Wow. So what did you learn about love and intimacy and sex at your home? Did they tell you about the birds and the bees?
Actually, I didn't want my parents telling me about the birds and the bees. I kind of found out on my own and pretty much life lessons. I have a son also.
Uh-huh.
And one thing that I did learn about sex from my parents and being a preacher's kid is the book. I don't know if people read this part of the Bible, but the book of Song of Solomon is all love poems. And one thing that I did do, even in high school and college, and even to my girlfriend now, so I'm about to snitch on myself, like, I took some of those poems about love and, like, written and give them to girls or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, my goodness, this is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Like, he had, like, pet scriptures in there talking about how the girl's breasts are as lovely as twin roses and how her kisses are sweet as honey and he's like the bee. And, like, I would use that same terminology and use it and send it off and just be the most romantic guy in the world.
Wow, you're smooth and funny.
Hey, you have to be.
You do. You've got to use all the tools that you have.
Right.
So, hey, what do you think is the biggest success you've achieved so far in your life, Willie?
The biggest success well, probably my son and my family. Like, nice. I went home to St. Louis, so that's where my family is. And my son I asked him, or the teacher asked my son, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my son's like, I want to be on TV like my dad. And the teacher was like, oh, your dad's not on TV, be quiet. And then his mom came in, and like the teacher's like, oh, your son's been lying saying that his dad is on TV. She's like, yeah, he's really on TV. And they turned on the TV, and one of my commercials was, like, running. So it was, like, real funny. So seeing my son just look up to me like that is a really big deal. And same with my mom. She'll tell, because my mom's a school teacher. She'll be like, come on, just speak to the kids. So seeing that my family has looks at me like the way they do, that's a pretty nice accomplishment.
It certainly is. And how old is your son?
My son is 6 years old.
Oh, he's still a baby. He's 6. That's wonderful that, that you impress upon him the values that you have in life and love, and that's great. Now, what does a romantic evening look like for you? Do you even have time for romance now that you're making movies and doing your comedy act?
I make sure I make time to have a romantic life. Like, one thing that I've noticed about my dad, because my dad he was working a day job. He was being a pastor, and I've always seen my dad always make time for my mom. Either it's like kids go to bed, and they'll be upstairs eating shrimp cocktails by the fireplace, or they won't drink wine, but they'll drink like sparkling sodas and try to be real romantic, and they're real flirtatious. Even to this day, unfortunately, thinking about it, but my parents have always had a very romantic spark. So I believe. I know, it's not even I believe, I know that I carry that on.
Yeah, so how are you romantic when you're out of town? Do you talk on the phone? Do you send her flowers? Do you send poems? What do you do now when you're out of town to, keep the romance going?
To keep the romance going, a thing that I really do like doing is I have a video phone, so I will sit there and video record myself. Okay, here's an example. Like a week ago, my girl was apart from me or whatever, and I turned on one of Eric Benet's songs, and I pulled the camera back so I can get my whole body. I stripped down. I stripped on camera and started singing to the camera, even though I can't sing. But I sang to the camera, told her how much I loved her, and sent that to her voice, or sent it to her email, and she watched it. It was like, oh, my goodness, you are a mess. Like, I'm a real big video person, so that's my little thing.
Yeah, I love that. And then did she do the same for you? Did she strip down and do a video of herself?
I'm still waiting on it.
You got to tell her.
I'm waiting my email for it, for the reason I haven't received it yet.
Yeah, you tell her it's tit for tat.
Exactly. I like where you're going with this already.
But I love that you're an exhibitionist. You're funny, you're smooth, you're definitely not shy.
No, not at all. And when they had me on hold, I was listening to you all the talking about explore the hot spots and kiss and lick and all of that. And I like to say that maybe a day ago I was exploring hot spots myself. So.
And there's a lot of hot spots. People don't realize we have dozens, hundreds. So where's your hot spot? Where's your favorite hot spot, apart from the obvious?
I say it's kind of like embarrassing, but I like my nipples being licked on. Like that's one of my big hot spots. I like the back of my neck being kissed. Like those are my little hot spots right there.
That's very cool. I think you're a manly man to admit that you like your neck and nipples nibbled on, and I hope your girl is listening. Hey, I want to thank you for being a fantastic guest, and good luck with your career. So the new movie is called The Greatest Song, is that right?
Yes, it's called The Greatest Song.
Very exciting. Good luck with that, and thank you for being an amazingly funny and romantic guest right here on Sex Drive Radio. And good luck, Willie, with your personal life and your professional life.
Right, thank you. Well, just to let everybody know, to put it out there, if they want to see me or if I'm in a city near them, they can follow me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Willie Macc. And, of course, that's M-A-C-C, 2 C's.
That's right. You have 2 C's. Exactly. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're listening to Sex Drive Radio with your host, Dr. Ava Cadell, and I'd like to thank Willie Macc for being such a fun guest and sharing what he does to spice up his love life. I'd also like to thank my co-host, Jackie Zeman. I can't wait till we do this next week, Monday through Thursday at WeTalkSex.com, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks to my producer, Christy, my social media coordinator, Nikki, my engineers, Ron, Ray, and Shane, and a very special thanks to our sponsor, AdamandEve.com, the greatest place on earth for products to spice up your sex life. But don't forget, 50% off when you type the promo code SEXDRIVE at the end of your purchase. This is Dr. Ava Cadell, looking forward to being with you again right here on Sex Drive Radio. Until then, go celebrate good, healthy love and sex with an S&L sandwich. And that's a generous helping of sex between 2 slices of love.